Hi, this is Tim again, and today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about proper boiler maintenance and boiler water treatment chemicals. So let's start a little bit with the maintenance side of things. Ultimately, there's a few key components that are involved when you talk about boiler maintenance. One being the inspection of the boiler, the second being the cleaning of the boiler, the chemical treatment of the boiler, and then finally the monitoring of that chemical treatment process. So for inspections, typically you're going to want to open those up, check out the internal structures, make sure you're observing any scale buildup that could have occurred or any adverse corrosion that could occur within the boiler. Also, looking at the cleaning side, you're ultimately looking at whether or not the boiler itself has some buildup inside of it during your inspection. If so, certainly a cleaning might be warranted at that point. These are fairly straightforward, and your water treatment consultant can certainly help you with that, or we can as well if you have any questions on that. The chemical treatment process, also very critical. Ultimately, you need to first understand a little bit about what your makeup water is like. Then determine how much of that water you can essentially cycle or use on a consistent basis before having to put it back down your drain and bleed it off. So the chemical treatment program really drives your water consumption. So the better program you have, the more water usage you can mitigate. And ultimately, maintaining your condensate returns is also critically important. So typically you're going to have something along the lines of some sort of an oxygen scavenger coupled with some sort of a hardness scavenger, if you will. And typically you want to treat that water to maintain those levels in a manner that's both efficient for the operation of that system, but also maintaining its safety levels. Finally, the condensate is also something you need to be concerned with. If you have a condensate return line, typically those can go acidic, so you need to maintain that with a volatile amine. Finally, monitoring. We do recommend consistent and thorough monitoring of the water chemistry in the boiler on a consistent basis. This will ultimately allow you to maintain not only your warranty for that system if it's a newer system, but also maintain the water chemistry such that you get the full lifetime of that equipment as you go forward. That's a little bit about what you need to do in terms of the boiler maintenance. Again, it's inspection, cleaning, chemical treatment, as well as monitoring. And if you do those four things, you can be sure that at least you're doing what you can to mitigate any corrosion or scale buildup within that boiler, and also maintaining and inspecting it allows you to ensure that you have the most efficiently operating boiler as well as the most safe boiler, because these are high pressure systems typically, so you need to make sure that those inspections are done on an annualized basis or as directed by your local, state, or federal regulations, depending on your circumstances. With that, that summarizes a little bit about what we do for boiler maintenance, or what we would recommend in your chemical treatment process as well. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us, 800-229-6801, or you can reach us through our website at www.getchemready.com.